Hi, my name's Neil Thubron. I'm the event director for the Strive for Cancer Walk, which is happening this weekend. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for taking the time out on a Sunday in October to go and walk and raise money for such an amazing charity. You're all fantastic people, and my job and my team's job is to look after you and make sure you have a fabulous time. So in this short video, I just want to take you through what to expect on the day. I'm going to take you through the routes and where you're going, and just so you've got as much information as possible, so when you turn up, everything's clear and all you've got to think about is putting one foot in front of the other and leave the rest to us. So let's jump straight in. Okay, all you have to do is walk. So when you turn up, you're going to drive up towards Surrey Sports Centre, and on the left-hand side is the nursery car park. We'll have a marshal there to guide you in, and that's where you're parking. You then walk from there to the main Surrey Sports Centre, and when you come in through the main door, head up to the first floor where the cafe is, past the climbing wall, and into the World Cup suite where you're going to do registration, pick up your walkers' numbers and the goodies and stuff like that. We've got 4 loops out on the route. The 4 loops are 5 kilometres, 10 kilometres, 15 and 25. You'll know which one you've entered and you'll get given your number according to what you've entered. If you want to change distance, then just let us know at registration. The routes are fully marked. So the 10, 15 and 25 kilometre routes are marked with orange ribbon and orange paint and big signs and signs that have got 10, 15 and 25 written on them, so you know which route to follow and where to turn off. And the 5 kilometre, which is all on hard standing on pavements and on roads, is going to be marked with green ribbon and green paint and some big signs taking you around that route. So start times. Start times are there. You can see them on the screen. So we're doing registration from 7:45 with the 25 kilometre walkers. Then before every start, there is a warm-up, a Zumba warm-up in the event village down by the start. Big start arch, big red start arch. 25 kilometres walkers will head off at 8:30. Then we're going to be registering the 15 kilometres walkers. Their warm-up is 9:45. Their start is 10 o'clock. And then the 5 and 10k walkers, registration opens at 10. 10:45 warm-up. 11 o'clock 5-10 kilometre will start. The warm-up is compulsory for everyone to do, so we know you're warmed up and ready to go, and it's also great fun. So please don't miss out on that. So we're going to have 2 fully stocked aid stations. One is near Watts Gallery, and one is in Putnam Cricket Club. Plus, we're going to add a water station out on Putnam Heath as well, just a car with some water, because that's quite a long way out for the 25 kilometre walkers. At the aid station, there'll be plenty of food, plenty of water. At Putnam Cricket Club, we'll have hot drinks as well. So, and at Watts Gallery, you can pop into the cafe if you want to buy tea, coffee, or any food that they've got there. So, you know, there's no rush. Just make sure you're enjoying yourselves, and you can use the toilets at both of those venues. Kit: wear comfortable walking clothing, shoes or boots that you're comfortable in, that you've walked in before. You're probably going to need a waterproof on Sunday. It looks like it's going to rain. I would have some layers as well. So, you know, have a base layer, a mid layer, and then a waterproof. Have a water bottle with at least 500 millilitres of water in it, so you've got some fluids to carry between the aid stations. Mobile phones switched on, not on silent please, so we can phone you if we need to. There will be paramedics, medical staff at the start, at the finish, and out on the course. So there's one team and they will move around following the main body of walkers. Actions on: if there's an emergency, so someone collapses, someone knocked down, something like that, please dial 999 first, and they will coordinate with our medical team. If it's just an injury, something where you've twisted an ankle, you've fallen over, grazed the knee, or cut a hand, try and get to an aid station, and then the team at the aid station or the medics can look after you, patch you up, and get you out on the course again, or recover you back to the start. If you are lost, now I've said to you there's lots of markings out there, and if you keep an eye on the markings, you're not going to have a problem. But if for some reason you do get lost, then there will be telephone numbers at the start. You can take a photograph of those, and then you can call us when you're out on the route if you need to. When you finish, come through the finish arch, medal goes around your neck, big celebrations, lots of chances for celebratory photographs, and to remember why you're doing the walk. And we'll be there to cheer you in when you come in. So those are the details. Now let's have a look at the route. Okay, let's start with the 5 kilometre route. So all the starts are starting here. The registration's up in the top here, and then you walk down and you'll see the big red arch and the race village on the rugby pitch here. So all the routes are heading out the same way. So you're heading back the way you came into this sports park, down to the main road. You're following on the left-hand side of the main road down to this roundabout, crossover, back in past the hospitals, past the cancer ward, and then you're going round this housing estate, round back to the roundabout again, round the housing estate, and then the other routes are heading off this way. The 5 kilometre is staying on the tarmac, going round, back into the sports park, back round the rugby field, and then to the finish. So that's the 5 kilometre route, straightforward, and just keep an eye on the big signs. There'll be big signs around there. We'll probably have a marshal here as well. Okay, let's look at the 25 kilometre, the 10, 15 and 25 kilometre route. So I'm going to show you the whole thing and talk you through where the different turnings are. So everybody's going to start in the same place and follow the same route as the 5 kilometre walkers were taking, out, round past the hospital, back in through this housing estate, and then you are following this footpath here until you get to the footbridge that takes you over the A3. Then once you're over the A3, you're heading down to the top of the downs by these 2 pylons here, 2 radio masts. Down the hill, pick up the North Downs Way. So you're then following the North Downs Way along, crossing over this junction towards Watts Gallery. You can see that's 6 kilometres from the start here. You're going just past Watts Gallery, and the aid station is here where the number 2 is showing. Okay, so you're coming past Watts Gallery, and there's a car park here where the aid station is going to be. That's where you then turn. If you're on the 10 kilometre, you turn around, you head back this way, and then back up, and then you head back in. So the important thing here is that you get to the aid station. You don't just head off on the 10 kilometre route here. We will have signs there, and we will have a marshal there. The 15 kilometres, so you're carrying on past the Watts Gallery aid station. You see it says 7 kilometres here. You're carrying on until you get to this junction, and then you're following the signs which will take you down. This is the same for the 25k route as well. So the 15 and 25k are coming down this way here, back up across the golf course, and then you are coming to Putnam Cricket Club, which is about here. Yeah, exactly here, where the 19 kilometre and 9 is marked. Okay, so you're heading up and you're coming across to there. So then 15 kilometres, you're heading back this way and back the way the 10 kilometres. You're going round this route here and then back up to the finish. The 25 kilometres, you're carrying on. So you're carrying along the North Downs Way until you get into Putnam. And then you're at 18 kilometres here, 10 kilometres on the way out, 18 kilometres on the way back. So then you're heading, this is a lovely section here, you're heading down, I'll just zoom out a bit. You're heading down around Putnam Common. So you're coming down this way, following these footpaths and the signs, taking you, we're going to put a water station at this car park here. And then you're carrying on up this bridleway, back up to the North Downs Way, and then you're following the North Downs Way back to Putnam Cricket Club again, and then following the route back, the same route everyone else has followed, all the way back, heading up towards the A3, back along the ridge here, over the A3 here, and then down to the finish. So those are the routes. So there we go. You've got the information now about the day and the routes you're going to be walking. If you've got any questions at all, please ask at registration when you get there, or ask at the start, and we'll try and help answer those questions. If you want to download the GPX file, or you want to download the OS Maps route, that is available from our website, xenergy.co.uk. So please go there and you can download it from the route section of the website. Otherwise, you're going to be fine following those signs. Remember, it's orange tape, big signs, signs that say your distance on it, and the 5 kilometres is going to be green ribbon, green paint. So last thing to say is rest up, get yourselves ready. I'm really looking forward to seeing you Sunday morning to raise money for such a fantastic charity.